So missions was never really my calling. It wasn't something that I felt drawn to since I was very young. That all changed in 2022 after the LifeGate adult missions trip went to Richmond, Virginia. I saw pictures later that summer of them cleaning up a homeless camp, but something inside of me was just screaming, you need to be part of this. So I went to Jesse and I said, I don't know where you're going on the next trip, but you can consider me signed up. That led me on my very first missions trip to Jamaica. And Jamaica was amazing and I loved every minute of it. But after the trip, Jesse asked me, are you ready for the next one? And I couldn't really give her an answer. I still wasn't sure that missions was for me. So when she announced that the following missions trip the next year was to Africa, once again, I felt the Holy Spirit tugging at me to go to Africa. So I went, and it wasn't long into that trip. I would say it was about the third day. I was in the kitchen prepping food for the pastors' conference, and I was working with several groups of women, and I kept asking them, how many trips have you gone on? Is this your first trip? And the answer was always no, this isn't my first trip. I've been to several missions trips. And so that would open up conversation, and I've heard their stories of going to what we would consider dangerous places, Honduras and Haiti and Burundi, Africa. And they loved it. It was their calling. And something about that, I felt like it was confirming what I had started to feel inside in Burundi, that my heart had begun to open up to missions. You see the hardship that these people have gone through. They're not living easy lives, but you also see the beauty because they have hope. They have hope in Jesus because either Jesus has pulled them out of a difficult situation that they were living in, or they fully believe that he will. And it's just so extraordinary. It's so beautiful. It's something I believe you can only really experience on missions. So that confirmed in my heart that I was ready to commit long term to missions trips. If you're thinking about signing up for a missions trip, I would say just go ahead and do it. Something inside of you, most likely the Holy Spirit, is already convicting you. You already know that it's a choice that you need to make, and it's going to be a great one. I would just suggest that if you feel that you should sign up for a missions trip, go ahead and do it.